some might call a fun experience. But yeah, I'd say, yeah, you gotta go with the best idea and let it ride. And don't second guess yourself.
Just rubbing it in a little bit.
Don't second guess yourself. That might be the quote of your interview. One of them, let's see. Another question that I have here is, did you direct something before a 48 hours, or was a 40 hours competition like your first feet on the ground on directing?
I've made like little videos and skits and YouTube stuff. You know, it's all unlisted now. It's not
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not. It's you know, some of it just didn't really stand the test of time. But no, I did the 48-hour film competition the year before as well, and I've kept these two things up on the channel just because I'm proud of them.
Great.
And I feel like it's a little bit, it helps build a portfolio. And this, so far in the last 2 years, I feel like I've made two things that I really liked. And hopefully we'll have some more up there soon.
That takes me to, you know, for every artist, call it writer, painter, there's always a passion behind them or inside them that, you know, drives them towards the next thing they're doing. So as far as passion goes, do you have a particular place where it comes from for you, a special occasion that became a motivation to wanting to be a filmmaker?
I flunked out of college, and I flunked out of comp sci school. And one of the last nights before I left, I watched, what's it called? The Talented Mr. Ripley, I think that's the name. Mm-hmm. And I watched it on top of a pizza box. And I remember watching that, and I was so sad and so depressed. I'd failed my family and myself. And I watched that movie, and I was like, you know what, this is kind of nice. You know, Philip Seymour Hoffman came on the screen, and it just, you know, it lit me up. And I was like, and I ended up getting a degree anyways, but I'd rather do this if I can make money somehow.
That's a great experience, bro. Like, I can see you one day, maybe one of the Oscars, you know, going back. So every college kid, you know, if you fail, it'd be cool. But yeah, it's fun that you found your kind of calling in that scenario. It's very particular, I would say. How does it feel to know that your film, well, the one that we just watched, here in Asheville, it's going to be screened in front of hundreds, maybe thousands in Filmapalooza in Portugal by the end of this month?
It feels pretty good. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I've never been to Portugal. And unfortunately the money thing didn't line up this year to go myself, but it's going to be there. It just actually played in Carborough for the Southern Film Festival,
cool.
Which was cool. There was the big snowstorm thing that we didn't get to go. They emailed me and they said nobody puked. You know, most people were laughing. I saw you in the front row. I got a little nervous for a second. I didn't know if you were going to make it. But yeah, it's very cool to see it do well in other places.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats, man. I mean, since you got first place, is there any advice that you would like to share to filmmakers that are thinking about doing it this year, having that experience of the 48? What would you say to them?
You don't need gear. You don't need a 30-man team. You just need to, you know, be creative and let the ideas flow in. And like, I wrote it, but you know, I didn't come up with every little joke and idea. I let the people that I trust and admire and that are my friends, you know, there were like 4 of us at a table, and you know, everybody just kind of let things fly, and we picked the best pieces, and then I wrote the script and we made the movie. But yeah, keep it simple. I've always found is the best thing. You know, if there's too many moving pieces, you're just gonna get stressed out, and it's not even gonna be your project. It's gonna be, you know, whatever 30 people make it.
I know you mentioned you may have summer plans to not be on town, but if you're in town, do you think you will do it this year as well?
I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try. I've got. I'm filming something in May in LA with Gus, the pooper. And then I'm going back over the summer to film a second thing with him. If I'm here, I'm here. I'll do it. I like it. I have fun.
Cool.
I get really competitive,
Aye.
and I joke, and I care about it. So every time I do it, I'll go into the bathroom and I'll like dry heave a couple times when I get the topics and the genres, and it's stressful, but I love it too. So it scratches that competitive itch that I had, like a 7.5 minute bathroom.
Sounds like it's a muscle, like going to the gym, but instead of going like twice a week, you go once a year for 48 hours. Well, that's great. Since you mentioned that you're working on something, that was going to be actually my next and last question. I do have some NDAs here that we can pass around for everybody to sign. I'm just kidding, there's no NDAs. But if you can share any sneak peek, anything about what you're working on May, I'm sure we would like to kind of know what it is about. Yeah.
Something short, again, I don't know. I tried to make a feature last summer. Not a feature, I guess another short, but it would have been about 50 minutes, and that didn't work out quite as well. It's not over, but it's not done either. What I want to make in May is the last 2 years I've done this movie about the bathroom, which hopefully made some of you laugh. And then before that, people got a little bit afraid. And I like that feeling of being able to evoke different emotions out of people. So now that we've done the funny bit, I think I'm going to go back to the sad stuff, the dark and the twisted. And hopefully people will leave the theater and be a little bit more depressed by the time. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a challenge. Just to get, it's making a portfolio. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes. So, and it'll be fun. You'll see Gus again in a much worse light.
Would you say that going into that area, opposite from the comedy and the laughter, more into like the, like the sad stuff, do you think that will be a little more personal overall?
Well, I guess, I was pretty vague. What I want to write, or what I want to make, is something that I feel a lot of people deal with, and that's, being existential and not really knowing your place. So it's personal.
Okay.
It's personal, but we're going to turn it into something that is cool and fun to watch on the screen, hopefully.
I've heard a lot of chit-chat and comments on the current state of the world. Do you think that's going to create an impact as well, or is going to be meaningful in this character's story, or you're picking like a universe or a world that is more standard in a way?
It's funny you say that. There is a little bit of talk in the beginning of this script about the war, which I don't agree with. We don't like that war. And I don't know. I mean, of course it's going to impact, how you feel. You turn on the news for 10 minutes a day and you're probably going to have a worse day. It affects, it's not about it, but it, it contributes to how my mood is, at least, and what might lead me to having, an existential breakdown. So cool. It's all a part of it.
Cool. Yeah, no, on a personal level, I kind of appreciate when a filmmaker or any artist whatsoever has these slight, even if it's little, whatever it is, but sense of responsibility to add something, to say something about what's going on, having some sort of stand viewpoint, so that's great. I think I have one last question, and it's entirely related to the movie. And even though I've watched it like 3 or 4 times, this is the first time that I think of this question is, what was it in the toilet? Because the shape of it was, some would agree that's very realistic, so I just want to know, what was it?
Well, this is why you want to keep a small and capable team. I knew that somebody in the 5 people would know how to make some fake poop.
Okay.
So, Ida, the one who knocks on the door, she looked up a little recipe online, and there's some starch. I think it was really just starch, crunchy peanut butter, and the Nutella spread from Trader Joe's. And we threw that. I don't know why we did, but it was in the oven for a bit for some reason. I don't know. But she did a great job. It looks like poop.
Yeah. Can I agree with that?
I mean, those gags from Gus were real.
Yeah.
I thought he was just acting. But I told him I'd go pick it up because he throws it out the window. I was like, I'll take care of the mess. You just focus on getting it out of the toilet. And I went to go pick it up, and I was gagging because it looks and feels like poop. So, it's horrible.
So the joke was on you guys somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. Are you self-taught, or what you did at university, you said you finished, was filmmaking?
So what I did, I guess, I don't know. I'm self-taught, I suppose. I went to computer science school at Western Washington University, back in Bellingham, Washington, other side of the country. I didn't go to film school or anything. On things like After Hours, if you know that movie, and he also did the little jingle at the end of The Simpsons. The Gracie films. That's him. That was him, and he was an inspiration and a little. What he told me, I don't know if I agree with this at this point, but he said nobody who makes films goes to film school, and I don't know if that's true. I think everybody does it different. I don't think there's a set path. But, as like a 17, 18-year-old, somebody who's, been in the industry says that to you, you're like, he's got to be right. So I just, I did it on my own, and I didn't, this was the nicest camera I've ever used. It was a Blackmagic. Yeah, before that, I was using like camcorders and like Sony A6100s, which is like not a bad camera, but it's not a film camera really either. So yeah, I guess self-taught is I don't know. I'm still learning, so I haven't taught myself everything, but yeah.
Cool, I'll bring it up.
What filmmakers inspired you?
I mean, there's I could list off 50 inspirations probably for what I like and who keeps me going, but the biggest one is probably the Duplass brothers. Mark Duplass. Him specifically is like everything he does. I just love the Creep movies, the time traveling, Safety Not Guaranteed, and yeah, I don't know. He's amazing. He's both him and his brother. And they made a film, I believe in 2006, called it's something about No. It was about creating a voicemail, and it's 7 minutes of just Mark Duplass getting back to his apartment and listening to his voicemail, and deciding he's not happy with it, and he just sort of breaks down. I watched that; it's hilarious. They were both 26 or 27 when they made it, and it got into the Sundance, and it looks like shit. It's part of my language, but it looks horrible. But it's just the concept is so good and so fresh and so relatable that you can't help but watch all 9 minutes of it. And that's what I wanted to make, is something that you're glued to the screen, you're in that moment, and who doesn't find it more relatable than I've clogged the toilet somewhere I shouldn't have, and you're like, uh-oh. I didn't do that. That was not my solution. I'm ashamed of what I did. But yeah, that was, I don't know, that was probably I don't know, we were just spitballing ideas, and we came up with, we had single room movie as the genre, and somebody said, what about in the bathroom? And that's what got us started. You got to make do with what you have and what's going to be easy. So we just used the shotgun mic and put it on the camera, tested it, it was on, and that's how we did it. It really picked up the bathroom fan.
Yeah, a lot.
Yes, I've lived here 3.5 years now. Yeah, and I love it. I love Asheville. I bounced around. I got done. I did finish my degree online, not in computer science, something easier. And I just wanted to get out and about. So I lived in Columbus, Ohio for a bit. Didn't like that as much. Then moved here, and I've been here since. And I love Asheville. It's the best. And the hurricane happened a year or two after. This is the best city ever. So.
So I'm just curious. So I'm involved in the arts here, but it's more the performing arts. So is there a big filmmaking community?
It's bigger than you think. It's there's a lot of guys that you can get in touch with, including this one right here. Raúl has done an amazing job of pulling things together, especially this last 48 when you were not given much notice, I don't believe, to kind of take the reins. But this guy gets it done, and there's a lot of there's AVL Film, and they still do meetups, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to find somebody who's a part of it, and they'll get you on the list, the email list, and yeah, you can make a lot of connections through there. There's a lot of really
How did you know him? How did you know him, I guess?
through this, really. I mean, it started through this. The first time I did the 48, somebody told me about. I bartend right now. I work at Shakey's.
Memberships.
And somebody was like, "Oh, you like making films and videos and stuff? Like, you should try the 48-hour film festival." So I tried it, and it was great. It was awesome. Yeah, and if people like your stuff up on the screen, they'll come up to you and be like, "Hey, I'd love to do something at some point," and that's how you make it happen. Yeah, I think I one of the people who worked with me this time was somebody I had met after the awards from the year before. Yeah, you just gotta do a little research and you'll get into.
Yeah, totally. Just to add up a little bit of info on those, two questions. We have a few people in town that are hosting different filmmaker events. One of them happens at the end of the month, every Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month. There is another one that happens almost every 2 Tuesdays, 2 weeks, and we actually have Kemson who hosts that one. So after this, you're welcome just to chat with us, and we can include you in the chat channel so you can be aware of what's happening and where. Great. Yeah, thank you all for coming, and yeah, stay tuned with what's coming up next, both for these 48-hour film events, screenings, workshops, and also, follow up Max on his social media so you know where he's up to. Do you have social media page?
If you want to share this movie around, there's a better edit of it. The
Cool.
sound is better. There's a couple cleaner cuts, and the color grading is a little better.
Yeah, send it my way too, so I can show that next time.
Yeah, that was my hat. But you can look up Max Titus, which is Titus, and Dinner Party, and it hopefully will come up on YouTube. But yeah, that's where you can find my channel, and there's a couple films here in June.
Awesome. Well, please, everybody, if you will give him a hand of a round of applause for. All right. Thanks, mates.